Hey everyone, Xander's here. What?
Sorry. And I'm Faye the Wanderer.
And we're here to tell you about another movie. We haven't done one of our reviews in a little while, have we?
No.
Yeah, haven't seen movies together in a little bit because of work schedules. The last movie I went to was Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I didn't get to see Captain Marvel.
I saw that.
I felt like I should have seen it before going into this one, but
Kinda. But
I don't feel like I missed that much in the story. Honestly.
not that directly connects to this in a big way, just that why Captain Marvel is there.
Yeah.
Kind of explains that.
We're going to know.
Yeah. But yeah, Avengers Endgame is a movie we went and saw today. We saw it at, what was it, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Something. Yeah, actually 2 o'clock.
Yep, and we sat there for 3 hours.
That's why his eyes are all bloodshot.
Actually, it's the weather. But, no, that's why they're still bloodshot. But yeah, we went and saw the movie. We are not going to be doing spoilers in this one.
No.
We will not be talking very long in this one.
No.
You will have to go see the movie yourself to get anything in depth. Just feel that's not something we should do here, just to make sure no one gets spoiled.
Right.
So this is a spoiler-free review. We will be talking about the technical side of things from our opinion, some of the acting from our opinions, and a bit of the story beats, but not anything really specific. At least nothing that's going to cause people to look and say, why did you tell me this? It was a big important thing. We're not going to do that, so you don't have to worry. And if anything does accidentally happen that we say it, we will edit it out. If we can't edit it out because it's in the middle of a sentence, we will completely black out the mouth of the person saying it. Like, I will put a black bar over it and make sure it doesn't even, you're not even able to figure it out. We will make sure to be that careful because this really does deserve to be seen.
This also means he's editing this video.
Usually. That's how it works. You just have to convert it to the right file.
Yeah. No problem.
But yeah, no, this is a movie you definitely should see. So right up front, you're getting a recommendation from, at least for me, I'm pretty sure from you too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. You need to if you've seen Infinity War, because this completely wraps that up, as well as wraps up all 10 years of Marvel movies, at least the majority of them. Yeah. This was a proper send-off for those storylines, for everything coming together. And I think it gives everyone, every MCU fan, regardless of what character you're a fan of, a little something.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, some of the heroes get, like, a lot more screen time than others.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to, because that's kind of how Infinity War worked.
Right. I mean, I think first and
unless
foremost,
you want to count somebody dumping a dustpan out.
First and foremost, I think this is definitely an Avengers movie, and they really did take center stage. The other heroes from the MCU are really, it's more of an ancillary role. They're there.
Well, to be fair, not all of them that way.
This is true.
A couple of them are very more involved.
Yeah,
but it really does kind of center on a good handful as your primaries, with some secondary and tertiary ones to go along with it, and I think they do a overall really good job.
Oh, yes.
There's a couple things that they probably could have done a little bit better with as far as screen time for certain characters, but I think overall, with how many characters they had to balance, how many storylines they had to wrap up, all the lore and everything, and then having to get to a satisfying conclusion, they handled it about as well as you could.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
With that many loose threads and things being put into it, it was definitely a challenge on, like, a scripting.
God, not just scripting, directing, editing. Yeah. Whoever had to edit this, I do not envy them. Because here's something I will give the movie for sure: nothing feels wasted. Time does not feel wasted here.
Actually, yeah, I didn't realize I'd been sitting that long until I went to stand and was like, oh, okay, I've been in the seat for 3 hours.
It didn't feel like 3 hours while watching it, but definitely after it's over,
it definitely, it was definitely a fun.
Yeah. It's a fun movie. It really is fun.
Oh yeah, it was definitely.
This is something I think is very special. It is a movie that has humor, pathos, and emotion.
Pathos.
Tomato.
Pathos or pathos?
Is it epic or epoch?
Depends on what you're calling it.
Well, epoch and epic.
No, I was with epoch.
Yeah, epoch's the British way. Epic is the American way.
Epic just sounds
like epic.
Yeah, that doesn't.
It's stupid. we're going into vocabulary now. But what I'm saying is, everything here works, and it is a fun time, and it goes a few places I really didn't see coming.
Actually, yeah.
Some of the things actually caught me and her off guard pretty hard.
And I'm good at guessing what this, as a writer and someone who does this kind of thing, I'm really good at guessing what they're going to do before they do it. And there are a few times it's like, wow, you faked me out. You actually faked me out, which doesn't happen often.
No, when she's surprised, that says something. I get surprised generally, but we can usually kind of follow. And I think some of our things kind of came true. We thought ahead of time.
Actually, yeah, we made some predictions going in,
which we are not going to mention here
because that's totally spoiler. But we did make some predictions, and I feel like we were
pretty
very
close.
accurate
for the most part. Pretty accurate.
And
here's the best part: we avoided spoilers.
Yes,
we survived.
Anything.
I had almost someone spoil something for me. It was just some random Facebook post, just kind of reading some comments, and so we started to say something about a character, and I'm like, something's like does nope, and skipped it because it wasn't something where it was the topic of the post. It had nothing to do with Endgame, and somebody's posting something about Endgame. It's somebody trying to be an asshole spoiling. So be warned out there if you're gonna not see Endgame yet, and you're gonna go searching the internet, even on random on all this other stuff. Be careful. There's gonna be some random asshole out there that's probably gonna try to ruin it for you because. Yeah, some people can handle being spoiled and still enjoy it, which is fine. That's not everyone.
That's usually the camp I'm in, but with this movie, I feel like you should go in without spoiling it. If you
go in and get blindsided. If it is spoiled
for you, definitely go in there because it's worth the journey to get to the end. But it really does have more punch if you don't know what's about to hit you.
Boy, doesn't it! This movie starts off with kind of a kick in the balls.
This movie starts off getting me teared up,
and then it just repeatedly kicks you in the balls. And then it just gut punches you.
I feel like...
And then it kicks you in the head. And then it tickles your funny bone. And then it's just Shawn Michaels you again.
Sweet chin music.
Oh boy. Out like a light. It really does give an emotional roller coaster.
It does.
A lot of ups and downs.
The humor is so good though. Because
it was.
You'd think it'd be a very depressing, dire film. Because it does make you really feel. It does make you want... I was crying by the end of it.
Okay. Honest fact, we both were.
Yeah.
There was not between the two of us, not a dry eye. Mm-mm. I teared up a few times. I shed tears a few times. And here's how I know it's a good movie, personally. The kids in the theater, because our theater when we went to was decently full considering our town.
Yes.
Our city isn't the biggest city, and the movie theater doesn't always have the most people come to it. But this was a pretty packed theater. Doesn't happen very often, but it does. And there was kids in our audience. There was adults and kids. And there's this. It was like a girl. I don't know if it's like just her and her parents or her and siblings and parents or what, but like kids around us were crying
quite a bit.
Like whether they were sad or happy tears, like it was there. So if you're getting kids in this day and age to feel that kind of emotion, that says something about the storytelling here.
They did a really good job, and you feel
the heart wrench.
Yes.
God. They pull strings, so many strings,
and they do it so well.
Those manipulative assholes. But it is. It's good storytelling in that way because it doesn't fully feel manipulative. Every kind of emotional heartstring pulling in any movie is going to be a little bit manipulative because you're pretending. So it is a manipulation. It's not like you're watching an actual event. You're watching a play, and they're doing things. Things are going to be a little convoluted to get you to a certain point, so they can just a little tiny tug.
Shut up.
Yeah, and then they throw you off the cliff. Spoiler for Infinity War. But yeah. I hit my leg and jiggled Groot. Good treat. Yeah, I think the cinematography was very well done.
Actually, yes. There were a few scenes in which it was a little hard for me to make out what was going on, but that's more an issue with my eyes, I think, than anything else. I mean...
I had no problem, so yeah, I think that's what it was. I follow everything rather well.
Yeah.
I think that the editing was done well. Everything felt like it was happening in tandem with one another, even though they were kind of almost happening simultaneously. We had to kind of jump back and get them to parallel, which you have to do in movies, especially with all these plot lines.
This many characters and this much going on at one time, yeah.
There's such an ensemble cast.
Oh my god, especially the ending, there's just so much happening that...
Jeez.
The fact that they were able to cut and edit that into a cohesive, like...
Yeah, it flowed well.
Yeah, I was actually quite impressed because that many characters doing that many things and that much jumping around, I've seen movies try and fail horribly at what they did very well with Endgame.
Yeah, this the CG work was good.
Yes.
So all of that on a technical level was very well done. This was worth the money put into it, and they're gonna make their money back.
Oh god, yeah.
Hand over fist. If they've already started.
I'm sure.
This was well acted as well. All the characters felt consistent from their past appearances. Even when they started really throwing some wrenches in there, like they started throwing some nice haymakers that threw us off.
I have to admit that I was very, very impressed by the emotional depth they gave to characters I wouldn't have thought would have
some.
Yeah. And they played it so well that you end up really feeling for characters that you would have otherwise considered superhuman, but like impervious. And it's like, no, you understand there's a struggle here, and there's a real... Yeah. By the end of the movie, you feel as if every character really does have skin in this game.
It is an Endgame. I don't know, that was just my 2 cents on that one. Pointing out the obvious, how I do. Let's see, what else can we talk about? The sound design. Man, everything... Every attack, every weapon... swing, everything felt like it made contact. Every explosion sounded correct, every bit of energy, every ship, every...
I have to say, I've always loved the ship sound effects from the MCU.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big sci-fi nerd, and there's something I enjoy the sounds of ships. I enjoy hearing the engines humming. I enjoy that kind of almost womb-like thing you get from when you're in the interior of a ship. But I have to say, I do also really enjoy hearing the thrusters and everything moving, and they did such a good job with that design. I mean, if you want to blow me away in a sci-fi movie, do some really interesting audio work with your ships.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've always done an excellent job. That was one of the things I praised Black Panther for, was the ship design and the audio design. A huge part of that.
Yeah.
And I feel like...
And this follows that.
This follows that very, very well.
Yeah. I think they had all the characters play to their strengths very well. Everyone pulled their weight in the way you expect them to. Nothing felt like that wasn't how they were supposed to react in a situation, like when they're in combat. It felt like everyone had their unique fighting styles.
The fun part about the movie, I think, is it poked fun at itself.
Yeah, a little bit.
It subverted the MCU itself in a lot of ways that were just all kinds of laughter from the audience, because you saw things you were like, I never thought of it that way, but
that's
oh my
hilarious.
God, that's exactly...
That's hilarious.
And I think you're thinking the same scene I am.
I'm thinking of a couple different scenes.
Right, just you're sitting there going,
but
oh my God, that's great.
Yeah, but there are definitely some scenes that are just pure catharsis.
Oh God, yeah.
Also, you're just like, it was that pent up from the last movie and from other movies past, and it's just that release of tension. And you're just like, yes, thank you. So... That is definitely something you get with this movie. If you're looking for closure, whether to the Infinity War storyline or all the different storylines coming from beginning to end, this gives you that. I think out of something this huge, I don't think that anyone else could have done it well.
Right.
This was something this is a lightning in the bottle situation.
Bold ass move they make in like the first 10 minutes of the film. It's just like...
It wasn't just the first 10 minutes. I don't think that was bold as much as that was just... I think it was a good way to go, and then you get into the actual, like, right after you get the, that little start there, and get the Marvel Studios logo, then the movie kicks.
Oh.
And it does. It starts off really... It goes off in a way I didn't expect.
Right.
So, if you feel like the trailers are spoiling you at all, don't.
No.
Those trailers... They are completely keeping your ass in the dark.
They played it very close to the chest.
Boy,
with all the trailers I saw. They did a good job.
Yeah, you're going to get some scenes here that happen later in the movie, but there's no context to them.
And without the context,
you don't get it.
That's the beauty of the storyline. The way they did it is, I feel like they could have taken scenes and shown you juicy stuff, but because of the way the story plays out, I don't think you could have possibly pieced us together.
Not from what they gave you. Not from what they gave you, no.
Even the fish agree.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got picked up in the audio, but...
It's very possible. Who knows?
Yeah, that was my biggest koi, too, that did that. You see how big that one's getting?
Yeah, they're getting big.
Huge.
Trying to think of anything else. Trying to think of what else we can talk about that doesn't ruin anything.
Stanley's cameo. Did they record that before?
Yep, that was.
And is that the final Stanley we're gonna get, or
that one, or possibly in Spider-Man? I'm not sure, but it was a good one.
It was a good one.
It was funny. I think that's a good way to send him off.
Actually, yeah.
Is with something funny. Captain Marvel's was more heartwarming.
That makes sense because that would have happened right after his death.
And well, it wasn't. It was already recorded.
Spoiler for real life.
Yeah. But I was saying, no, that was recorded. But it was recorded beforehand, obviously, so it wasn't planned that way. It was just okay. Do you want me to tell you what the Stanley cameo was in Captain Marvel?
Yeah, because I haven't seen the movie.
Okay.
And I probably
He's sitting there reading the script from Mallrats.
Nice.
It was, and he just looks up, big smile, and she smiles back at him. That's it. It's simple. And this one, it was just, it was
why
so funny.
Mallrats?
He was in Mallrats.
Oh yeah, he was.
Kevin Smith did the movie, and he was in Mallrats.
That's right. Yeah, he has like a whole.
And Kevin Smith's a big comics fan.
It's actually good. Yeah.
It was such a good cameo.
Yeah.
It was taking place, in like the 90s and shit, like the 80s, early 90s and shit, when
makes
Blockbuster
sense.
was still around.
See, I haven't seen Captain Marvel. I wanted to see it. Because I've heard a lot of things about
When
it.
it comes up, buy it. It's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't let anyone try to give you the bullshit with Captain Marvel that it was like this SJW movie. It's like, it's not. It has moments that may be considered preachy, I guess. But it's like I didn't feel like my masculinity was being affronted or anything like that. It was a fun movie. I would put it in the middle area of the Marvel movies as far as how good it was, personally. But I think it was good. I had fun with it. I liked Carol Danvers as a character, and I liked her interactions with Nick Fury in the movie. I thought they were good. So here's my very belated review for Captain Marvel inside this review. The review within a reviewception. Captain Marvel's good. Don't listen to the dumbasses that, just spew out bullshit. I'm actually pretty objective on this. If it was bad, I'd tell you, because I hated Thor Dark World. I don't like the Hulk movie. I'm telling you when there's going to be bad ones. Captain Marvel's not a bad one. I would put it below Doctor Strange.
I haven't seen Doctor Strange either.
I know you haven't. I have. I liked it. But it's not one of my favorites. But it's definitely it's in the middle to upper tier area. I mean, you gotta think, for us, the best ones were the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and Black Panther. And
the ones I went out and bought.
And Civil War.
I didn't get to see those.
I thought we saw Civil War together.
Did we?
Pretty sure we did.
No, I think you saw it with the kids.
Nope, it was me. It might have just been me at that point.
Oh, well, fine.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. I've been doing reviews for years now.
This is true. Yeah, you've been doing it a lot longer than I have.
Yeah. So I have to remember who I reviewed what with.
Oh, yeah, because there's been a couple of different guest stars here, too.
Well, you and Sammy.
So, for further review Inception, I'm going to review Howard the Duck.
No, please don't. That doesn't count in this.
No.
Not even part of the same MCU, and he's only made one guest appearance. And that was in the Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Inception. But yeah, Captain Marvel's good. Go see it, buy it when it comes out. Good.
It would have been really funny to see Howard the Duck show up just out of nowhere.
Spoilers, Howard the Duck's not in this. I guess, I don't know.
I managed to sneak a spoiler in. Howard the Duck.
I forget the name of the dog that was in it. That was another thing. Was like he was like an astronaut dog. I forget the name. That was in the same movie in the Avengers thing. I can't remember his name. He's not in it either. Don't worry.
Sputnik.
No, I forget his name. I'm bad at remembering like minor comic characters. I'm not the biggest comic guy.
Wait, was Sputnik the name of the dog?
Sputnik is the name of the satellite.
I thought the dog had the same name, but that doesn't sound right now because I'm thinking it was like a CH or something.
No. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I can't remember anymore.
I'm sure somebody will put it in the comments down below.
The poor puppy that beat mankind to space.
Sure.
Oh, that's right. Dogs won the space race. Read your history. They got there before we did. They manipulated us into doing the work. But those canine bastards, yeah, they got to the stars before we did. That's why you clean their poop.
Anyways. Endgame. The music was really well done, I think. The music really matched the scenes they were put in there. It really went with the emotions you were supposed to feel.
Yeah.
It felt light when it needed to. It felt heavy when it needed to. The atmosphere along with it, whether it be the fogs or the weather in any other way. The rain, in that one scene. The rain was really nice for that.
I've seen a lot of movies where the music spoils the movie. The music almost buries the lead.
Sometimes.
I feel like it didn't do that in this one.
No, it complemented very well.
It complemented. It didn't. They didn't try to lead with it, which is almost a mistake I feel a lot of filmmakers make.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes it's good.
Ooh, excuse me.
Especially when it's basically a subversion of expectations, where they're building up the tense music, and then something stupid happens. You're like, oh wow. But at this point, I feel like they've done that so much that it doesn't. No, it's almost cliche. But yeah, this I just felt was very complimentary.
It felt natural.
Yeah.
A lot more natural and fluid with the narrative.
Yeah.
So, I don't think there's really much else we can say. It's a solid movie.
Without spoiling it, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's gonna be shorter because of that too.
Because there's a lot to talk about.
Oh god, there's so many good scenes, so many heart-wrenching moments. Yeah. The jokes,
Honestly, I feel like the movie really does shine with the humor.
It does.
With the characters kind of poking fun at themselves and the situation, but without it feeling like they're
too tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
It's tongue-in-cheek, but not to the point where the tongue's outside the cheek.
It doesn't in a way that doesn't destroy the narrative impact of what's actually going on.
There's no navel gazing either, which is good.
Right.
It's not up its own ass. That's always appreciative. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like they did a solid job, and it makes me want to continue seeing what comes next for the MCU.
Well, Phase 3 ends with the next movie, which is Spider-Man Far From Home.
I haven't seen any of the Spider-Man movies, but I'm actually interested.
You don't have to watch the last one. Yeah. That's the only one that counts in the MCU timeline.
Yeah.
The first 3 with Tobey Maguire don't count. I don't consider the third one anything anyway, because emo Peter, no thank you. I'm good, and really terrible Venom. Then you had the Amazing Spider-Man duology. You don't need them.
You don't need them?
No.
Alright, so does it start
Homecoming
with
was good. It technically starts with Homecoming.
Okay.
Homecoming was good. And then that would lead into Civil War. Civil War happens after Homecoming, technically.
You can't let me borrow these movies. I know you own them.
Yeah, I own some of them at least. Not all of them, some of them.
I want to see Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I have that one.
See Spider-Man.
I have that one.
I want to see... I need to see the other Avengers movies. Because
I do not have...
I didn't get to see the one with Vision.
I don't have Age of Ultron.
Oh.
That's one with Vision.
I don't think I've seen Civil War. If I have, I'd be willing to see it again.
I think I have that one. I'm pretty sure I do. I'd have to look. I may or may not. But I think I do. I just went through spring cleaning on my video library, so my DVDs and Blu-rays that I'm not watching are now out of my shelving. So I was running out of room. I might have a problem. I buy things like physical media a lot. I don't like digital. And if I have to get digital, I will, but I prefer physical media. That's why I just imported Ace Attorney Trilogy from Japan. Because I wanted a physical copy, not a straight digital. So, and it took a few weeks, and $10 more than what I would have paid here. But at least I have it. So if something ever happens to the eShop, boom, I am set.
Oh, man.
It's fun. I was playing it. Just listen to the music again on my TV.
It was fun seeing the box art for Ace Attorney and knowing it's Ace Attorney, but then being like, what does this look like? And
aggressive finger pointing 1, 2, 3.
Exactly. That was the joke I made. What was
aggressive finger pointing 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And talk about how it was better than the disappointment that was aggressive finger pointing 1, 22.
I almost called the series.
And I said mine was my favorite was aggressive finger pointing 72.
Yeah, 72. That's the one where they tried to make it online with your friends and like it ended up just being a bunch of people standing in a courtroom going,
objection. But yeah, where would you place Endgame in the rankings of good to terrible Marvel movies?
Oh man,
do you think it's in the upper tier, the middle tier, or the lower tier? I mean, I think we can both say it's not in the lower tier.
It's not in the lower tier. Yeah. I haven't seen enough of them to really tier it out.
Which ones have you seen aside from the ones we reviewed? So you've seen both Guardians.
I've seen both Guardians.
I've
seen Black Panther.
Infinity War. This one.
I saw one Thor movie. I saw the first Thor movie.
Okay.
I've seen half of Iron Man. Haven't seen Iron Man 2.
Or 3. Or Dark World. You're okay, you know.
Or the Hulk.
Yeah. Okay.
So where do you put it in?
Upper tier for sure.
I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think this beats out Civil War for me.
Right.
in the top 5 area. Uh, I don't know if I like it better than the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
That's what I was thinking. I really enjoyed it, but like at the end of this movie, I'm now more primed to want to see the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So I feel like it doesn't beat Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't know.
It's a different movie.
I mean, we all know that one's coming anyway because we just got the director back on.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yep, James Gunn is back doing the movie, so we already know there's going to be a third Guardians of the Galaxy. So
He did such a good job. I'll be ashamed of
So this isn't spoilering anything to say there's going to be another Guardians of the Galaxy movie. We already knew this. But
didn't they remove him over some like Twitter controversy or something?
over old tweets from like years ago when he was working on what was the name of the company? Fuck, like it was like troll something. I can't remember the full name. Basically, it was like shock jock kind of cinematography for Toxic Avengers, stuff like that. It was that kind of stuff, and they weren't good jokes.
I don't get into it.
Yeah, and it's stuff that he'd already apologized for, and then people jumped on it and brought it up, and then Disney's like, we're gonna play damage control, and then that kind of shot him in the foot because everyone's like, that's bullshit. No,
right?
Because he'd already publicly apologized for this before it came out, back up in recent years. So, but he's back on for 3, and they're using his script that he already wrote. So
nice, good.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll tie in well.
Because I liked the scripts for the first 2.
Yes.
I mean, the second one was definitely not as...
Would you say it's better than Black Panther?
Ooh. Damn. So they both gave me feels.
Yeah, all of them did in certain ways.
They both gave me a lot of feels. It's definitely up there with Panther.
Was this better? Was this the better half of the Infinity War and Endgame duology here? Because remember, 3 and 4 of the Avengers movies are a 2-parter, technically.
Yeah. Was this the better half, though?
The question, is this Fellowship, or is this Return of the King? Because no one looks at the Two Towers and says that's the best of the movies. Two Towers is fine. I like Two Towers.
It's definitely the middle child.
It is, but it's not terrible.
Definitely the middle.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
But
it's
again,
definitely the middle
some
child.
people like Fellowship more than the others. Some people like Return more than the others.
Honestly, I feel like you're going to have that divide here as well, where some people are going to go. I mean, it elicited way more emotion from me.
But it's still the second half of the narrative too.
It is. I don't.
But we will say all together, this 2-parter is it's a fantastic 6 hours.
Yes, well worth sitting
if you have the time to sit and watch a 6-hour block, watch them both. It's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to say it's better than the Guardians movies. I don't know if I want to say it's better than Black Panther.
I don't either.
I don't know if I want to say it's better than Infinity War. But it is definitely it's a must-see just for the narrative reasons. But it's also, I would definitely put it in one of the definitive Marvel Cinematic Universe movies.
All right.
That you need to do it.
Yes. Yeah, you definitely need to see this movie.
Yeah, this is a need to see if you have any vested interest in the series.
So, I haven't seen any reviews of this movie yet. I have no idea what the critical or fan reaction is going to be. Do you have a prediction for how that's going to go?
Mostly positive.
You feel it's going to be
I think
positive?
there's a couple scenes where there's going to be some dumbasses.
That was what I was thinking. There's some territory in there that I feel like people that want to be nitpicky and pedantic.
No, I think it's nitpick as much as just dumbasses. There's a difference. Like they're just gonna do this stupid narrative again. It's gonna be the Captain Marvel effect again.
Oh, there's always that possibility.
So there's gonna be some people that'll boohoo about certain scenes, whereas I was like, okay, cool.
See, we have to do a spoiler review.
Nope.
To get into the scenes you think are going to elicit like.
We can talk about that after the recording.
Yeah, we're gonna have to because I want to continue this conversation.
But yeah, no, like I said, no spoiling here. At least nothing major, nothing that's not already known to the public, and nothing that's not in the trailers. So
nothing not Howard the Duck related.
Yeah, there's no spoilers there anyway. Okay, there's one thing I can spoil. There's one thing I will spoil. The whole thing with There's your spoiler. That's not how the movie ends. That's not how things go. You're gonna have to watch it.
Send all that fan.
But there are definitely jokes to be had in this movie. There are memes to be made, and I think, without a doubt, this is definitely one of the top tier Marvel movies. This is something I would give. I'm not even worried about star ratings anymore. I don't think we need to.
No.
Yeah, if it was like a 1 to 5 scale, I would say 5, for sure.
It's definitely in the 4 to 5 range.
4.5, 5, like
yeah.
right in that area.
It's in that range.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's much I can nitpick out on this one.
Not really, but I definitely feel there's so much going on that's a movie that to fully appreciate and understand, I'm gonna have to see it multiple times.
I didn't really need to, but it's because I've seen more of the MCU than you have.
Right.
That's the difference.
There's a lot of things I felt like maybe I missed, and I definitely have the feeling some things went over my head, but I think that could be because of my lack of familiarity with certain characters, certain storylines, and certain in-jokes that are going to crop up from those films.
For instance, I have still not seen Winter Soldier. That was the second Captain America movie. I've seen 1 and 3. Call me weird. I have not seen Thor Ragnarok.
I haven't either.
One of the characters is important to that.
Oh,
a little bit. A couple of them are, kind of. Including one of the other main Avengers. I still have not... What was the other one I have not seen? I still have not seen Age of Ultron. Which is the second Avengers movie. I still haven't seen it. And I'm trying to think if there's any other ones I've missed.
So, it sounds like we need to make that trip to the movie store.
No, I own these. I think the only one I don't own...
You own them but haven't seen them?
Yep, I think the only one I don't own that I haven't seen is Age of Ultron. I've been busy.
When I get a movie, I come home, I'm like, I'm going to watch that movie now.
That's if I brought home one at a time.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll get like, here's like 2 or 3 movies at once, or here's a movie and a TV series, or I went to Half Price Books, and here's a bunch of shit. If you look at my Twitter, I put them on there. I found cool shit. Here's like 2 games and a couple of DVDs, seasons of this. I just got the entirety of Silent Mobius. It was an anime series. It was 3-volume set. There was 2 discs per volume. I haven't watched it yet. I also got Reboot for the PS1. I got Chrono Cross for the PS1.
Oh, that's a good game.
I'm trying to think what else I got.
Chrono Trigger I liked a lot.
They're both fine. They're the same series.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember what I got that day.
I'm trying to remember the one I played, though, because one I played and one I didn't.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I get things in a bulk sometimes, and then, get distracted.
So how much of your Steam library have you not played?
Do we really have to go to that one? The shorter list is how much have I played. That's the shorter list.
You have more money than I do.
I got them on sale most of the time. I play my stuff on PS4 and Switch. Some of us don't have an Xbox One because we like having exclusives.
I had my reasons for that Xbox One.
Yeah.
And I will let you know, it is a really good Blu-ray player.
So is the PS4.
I pretty much just
PS3 was one too.
Like, I love the little thing, and like, I actually bought it because I had that Minecraft City I'd spent 3 years on. I will still defend the purchase because
I get
that. Because I was able to do that and
investment.
cross-play it.
Yeah.
I was actually eventually able to take it and put it on my PC and continue building on it.
I don't fault you for that one. But it's not enough for me to buy it.
No.
Guess what? Minecraft's on my PS4.
But my city
is on YouTube.
This is true, actually. The Achievement Hunter Community channel did a...
The thing on yours, yeah?
Yeah. I am Drifter, who made Vinca City, if you guys want to take a look at that.
Don't think there's much else we can really talk about. I don't think there's much... It was a good movie. We had fun. We got our money's worth. And I am satisfied. And for something that took 10 years to tell, that took several different franchises together and was able to weave a narrative between them all to get to this point, is impressive, is unprecedented, and I don't think it's going to be duplicated.
No.
As much as Universal might try, as DC might try.
I will say, it is having more than likely the desired effect on me, where having seen these movies, I'm now actually curious and interested in going back and getting like some of the comics that go along with it, and I've not been a comic book girl ever, but I'd be interested in going back and seeing like, okay, so what happens in this universe,
Yeah, I mean, but they're still very separate. There's definitely things that happen that do not happen in the comics the same way.
I kind of wonder how much I'd get out of the comics since I kind of...
Just watch the MCU movies. You get more than enough because they're their own separate entity at this point. They're their own.
And I'm not that interested in muscle dudes punching each other. That doesn't do anything for me.
So she says.
No, that's the truth. You've seen me.
You want to watch the muscle girls punch each other? All right then.
Shut up.
She wants some Red Sonja. Barbarian girls.
Hey, look at this thing over here.
What's the thing over there? It's called a comb.
Shut your damn mouth.
No, we're not going to distract from the fact you like the big muscly women. Ain't there's no shame in that. Nothing wrong with some beefy girls.
It's not my fault if I like girls that are bigger than me.
I had said there's nothing wrong with some beefy girls. That's fine.
Right.
We have time for things. I don't know where to go from there. I'm just saying. But yeah.
She's going to call me out on
We
video.
will eventually get you caught up mostly with the MCU. I own some of it.
I'm definitely... I would say after the end of this movie, I'm definitely more interested in the stories going back through.
Yeah.
It does a good job selling itself, but it also does a good job selling the rest of the MCU and Marvel
Yeah,
Comics as a whole.
I would say it's a good advertisement for the MCU as a whole.
Yes.
I still will not go back and watch certain ones because I've seen them once. I don't need to see them again.
See, I do want to see even the bad ones.
Well, it's fine. Yeah, you need to at least once to get the idea, but I don't need to see Thor: Dark World again. I really don't. And as much as I love Christopher Eccleston, no, I can't. Not even for Doctor Who. Nope. And I will not watch Hulk.
Anyway.
I cannot watch Hulk again. It was not that great. It is still the lowest performing of all the movies.
Really, the Hulk?
It is.
Well, I mean, as a
character... And it wasn't even Mark Ruffalo's Hulk.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I forget the actor's name right now. It's escaping me. Somebody will say it in the comics, or I'll put it up here later if I ever remember it. Yeah, no, but it's not Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. It's a completely different feel to the character, in my opinion. But you need it because it was the one right after Iron Man. So, and you still need to see all of Iron Man.
I do.
And you need to see Iron Man 2 and 3 for what it's worth.
The problem is, like, I never had any interest at all in Captain America as a character, but I feel like for this movie I should have had more interest in him. And
Captain America, I think, started off with a decent movie and they got better.
Yeah, because you know me, anytime you start throwing rah-rah patriotism at me, I'm turned off.
Here's the thing.
Insta turned off.
Here's the thing. He's not modern day America.
This is true.
He's not the American exceptionalism in that extent. He's more of the work hard, be a good person kind of America, like we kind of used to have, minus the racism. Because again, he's not a racist.
Right.
So he's definitely he was still beyond his time period.
Yeah.
But he's still kind of stuck in the past. That's kind of the thing. But he's in that nice sweet spot where it's like, it's not, it's that romanticized patriotism that we wish it could have been, not that romanticizes what it is now.
I guess it worries me because I've seen where patriotism goes.
Yeah, but like I said, it's not that.
And it seems to be like a violent march in Charlottesville.
Nope, that's the thing. That's what I'm getting at. That's more of your American exceptionalism.
Right.
Captain America, at least when it comes to the MCU, I can guarantee there's going to be bad representation of that in the comics.
I can never divorce those two things from each other because they seem so intrinsically linked. It seems as if one
I can because there is that nuance.
Becomes the other.
There is that nuance there. Well, everyone can become the darker side of something. That's why it's two sides of the same coin. There's a good thing and a bad side to everything. You know, Star Wars jokes, references. Light side, dark side. Ooh.
I just prefer the Grey Jedi. Jolie Bindo.
Yeah. But to wrap up, Endgame, great movie. Go see it. This has been your spoiler-free review. And, yeah, Reel to Reel has made a very small comeback for the moment. We don't know what's next. Spider-Man's the next one I know I want to see as far as movies. I don't know if there's anything else I want to see in between then, though. Like,
we were talking about Star Wars in the car.
That's not until December. That's Christmas time.
So yeah, we have plenty of time between then and now. We can come up with a few things. I'm working now. I've got free time. I got money. So if there's
I'm gonna have the kids over the summer, so
Yeah,
that's gonna be kind of harder to do. So we'll see how that works. But until then, this is Andros,
and I am Faye,
and we will see you next time on Reel to Reel. Go enjoy the movie. We'll see you next time.
I love you 3000.